Hi everyone, George DeCosta from the Hunting Griff. Listen, today we're going to go over some advanced whoa techniques. Many of you might have seen my earlier video on whoa with the puppy. What I do with the pup is real basic. I pick the pup up, set it down, put my palm in front of it, make it whoa and stand still before it goes to its bowl to eat, before it goes outside, before it comes inside. Just a repetitive whoa standing still. I do this for a couple of reasons. I think whoa is one of the most important commands that you can teach your dog for safety reasons to start with. Think about this. Your dog starts to run in a busy street and you say whoa, and your pup stops. You can stop it from getting killed. Starts to run towards a small child to jump on the child, you say whoa, your dog stops. There's so many reasons to use whoa when your dog is a puppy that keeps your dog safe. So that's first and foremost for me as a young puppy. But as we advance towards a more finished hunting dog, we use whoa as a foundation for steadiness later on in the field. So think about it. Your dog goes on point, which is its natural instinct, but now it has to stay still to flush, wing, shot, and fall. That's not natural. Your dog wants to take off. But if you've taught it whoa, it's very easy to transition to a finished dog that will stay on whoa after the point. So that's what we're going to work on today, a more formal training session that I do with my dogs as they get a little bit older. I use a couple of different techniques, and I'm going to show you those techniques right here. I do this a few times a day if I can, like in the morning or afternoon, or maybe 3 times a week in the afternoon if that's all you have. It doesn't take a lot. When I start with a pup, I put a half hitch on a dog, and I'm going to show you with CK, but I'll start this with a young puppy. CK, come. So what I do is I hook my lead to the collar, and I will run a half hitch. CK will keep still for us. I'll run a half hitch. Good job, by the way, there, Kate. I run a half hitch on the back of the dog. So I'll put this on top, right here. I'll put my lead underneath, and then I'll pick it through. Now I have the dog, and when I want to whoa the dog, I'll just stop it. Whoa. See how that works? Another thing I do is when the dog's walking out in front of me and it's continuing to walk, I will use the easy command where I'll just slow the dog down and say easy. The dog keeps moving forward, but it's just an easy instead of the whoa. What that does in the future is as your dog's working out in front of you, it learns to slow down with the easy command. So if my dog's going too far out, or if I'm guiding a hunt for somebody and I know there's birds real close and I say easy, I know my dog will slow down automatically. Again, I've got the long lead out there, the dog starts walking forward, I say easy, and the dog will slow down by just a slight pull. It actually pulls on it by itself. If I want to go to the whoa position, I just stop the dog. Whoa, and the dog will stop right there. Okay, so this is when the dog's out for a walk and I've got the long lead on it. Now another thing I do to get the dog used to me going in front of it when it's on point or when I put it in the whoa position is I put a carabiner on, and if you have a really large hook, you can do it with just that. But I put a carabiner on my lead, and what I will do is I will run this through a loose collar, like that. Again, I'm going to put it on its back, right there. And I'm going to bring it underneath and hook it to the lead. Okay, can you see that real clear? Okay. Okay, now you can back up. Now, when I pull on the dog from the front, it actually has the same feeling as me being pulling on it from the back. So I can walk around the dog and say, whoa, whoa, whoa. And it gets the dog used to me walking around in front of it, yet it's still feeling the tug from the rear side to keep it in the whoa position. Lots of times I will take a bird after the dog gets used to whoa, and I'll flap it in my hands, keep it in whoa, and let the bird go. Again, we're working towards a completely steady dog. So that's the second technique I use. So whoa in front of you with the lead with the half hitch, whoa right here in a standing position to get the dog used to moving around in front of you. And another technique I use that is really great, I think, is called the whoa post. What this dog what this does is it gets the dog used to you being able to say whoa while you're in front of it, yet you have control of the dog from the back. Now I would use a telephone pole, a post on the corner, a bollard in a parking lot, or if I'm training dogs out here, I'll just put up a T-post. And what we're going to do is have the dog walking alongside of you, and you're going to get the post between you and the dog. You want to get out in front of your dog if you can. Now CK is pretty well mannered, so he's not going to run like a puppy would or like your dog might in an active mode, but that's what you want your dog in, an active mode. And we're going to let the lead wrap around the post while you go in front of the dog. I'll show you what I mean. CK, come. So, right here. CK, heel. Good boy. Good boy. He's like, I don't want to do this. So if I'm walking with my dog at a fairly fast pace, out, 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 I will let the, see right there, whoa, whoa. Now I have the dog on a whoa position. Very good. Great camera work there, girl. So now the dog feels me pulling from behind, and I stop it. Now your dog will probably want to pull to start with. This keeps the dog in place. The magical thing about this is when I'm ready to release the dog for a recall, I just set the lead down and call the dog. CK, come. Come, come, come on, come. He feels the whoa. Come on. I mean, he feels the lead. Good boy, good boy. Come here. Good boy. So it allows your dog to come to you after you've put it in the whoa position, okay? So that's called the whoa post method. Now, some people will do whoa on a table, and I used to do that a long time ago. And then they'll put the bird in front of it or on a barrel and keep your dog there. If you have a dog that's really active, you might want to do that because it contains the dog in one area and the dog can't move around. CK, good boy. You did a good job. What's the matter? You camera shy today? Oh, I love you. Okay, good boy. So it puts the dog in a contained area where it has to stay in one position. I don't use that because I'm doing such a repetition of whoa from the beginning when they're a puppy till a completely finished dog that they're used to doing whoa everywhere. I don't have to transition from a table to the ground. They learned on the ground, so there is no transition. But that's another technique you can use if you want. Putting your dog on a table, a thin table, or putting it on a barrel where it can't move around. Get it used to whoa in that manner, and then transfer to the whoa with the half hitch on a long lead, the whoa with the lead around it, and then the whoa with the whoa post. Repetition creates an automatic response. That's a phrase I coined. If you do this repetitively, your dog will automatically stop when you say whoa. Now, it might want to break after that, but we'll get into that later on. Once you've got it to stop, then you've got control of your dog. When we get into dealing with finishing a dog on a completely finished dog from flush, wing, shot, and fall, this will come into play. I hope you enjoyed the video and look forward to making some more for you. Thank you very much.